Let me quickly get y'all up to speed here. Low-key just stabbed myself in the fucking palm. Normally when I get cut by this guy, it's right in the webbing. And it's always on like ice pick catches. I don't know why, that's such a easy trick, but it's so hard. It's like just having to, I don't know. These are heavy handles on this Cygnus, the LDY Cygnus. Full titanium construction, steel blade. It's got rubber, what's it called, spacers. I would have rather had the Bowie blade, but this feather one's kind of cool. I just don't like the blade to handle weight ratio. It's slightly off, makes it a little harder to flip. Otherwise, it's a great knife. See if I can get some lefty. First try, I haven't done that in a while. That's where it starts getting sketchy though. I'm so happy that went well. Yeah. Jeez, that's hard as fuck, lefty. Anyways, see? Told you I got stabbed. Alright. Flytanium. Got my morale patches, because you gotta keep morale high, always. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous knife by blackbalisong.com. This is a Ribola, and it is a 200 and something plus dollar knife, and it's got rust on the fucking blade. Love it for me. So, unfortunately, what I'm going to do is sand this motherfucker. I don't know if it's, yeah, you could definitely see that there's little rust spots. What I do is I take some sandpaper and lightly take it off, and then afterwards I will oil the blade to ensure that does not keep happening. You can literally use any oil. I wouldn't recommend using like canola cooking oil, so to speak, but it's just because these things aren't getting flipped and maintained like they used to. I mean, I'm good at sharpening knives. I could temper knives. You know, I did a lot of heat treating. But I always check this after I sand, in case there's any particles stuck in the... Alright. Got the Flytanium Tater Song. Great knife, I I really do like this knife a lot. This was the first Balisong I ever got, actually. There was only 500 of these made, and they have the crinkle cut French fry handles. It's just a beautiful knife. This is $2.99 out of 500, but like most of the beautiful, beautiful Flytanium knives, this has a little thing of French fries as an emblem, as well as the Flytanium logo. This is one that cut me pretty bad the other day. A lot of people call it an Aztec death blade, and now that I'm looking at it, I have to re-etch this. It's Damascus steel, and this is called a Zolo, also from blackbalisong.com. This was gifted to me, essentially. I don't know if this is a one-of-one, but I can tell you it is engraved by Hector Guzman himself, the man, the myth, the legend. Sorry, the lighting is not ideal, but on both sides he has some scroll work, just very cool. I've never had anything like that before, so down the road I'm gonna probably hit up Bally Jesus, who is the man, the myth, the legend as far as any kind of, you know, knife mods. It's not just Balisong. It's like this guy can do leather work. He is a professional of being a professional, if that makes any kind of sense. But super inspirational guy. If you guys want, check him out, find him. He's involved in everything, dude. The guy is just a legend. But if you ever want to get anything anodized, or there's something called jeweling, which is the coolest looking thing you could have on a knife. It's just, this thing, I think you can get Zolos for roughly like $300 something, which is a lot of money, but when you take into consideration the time, the effort, the materials that people put into these things, kind of makes sense at the end of the day. Let's get a redo on that one. And this thing is known for its specific kind of, that noise, the ringing that it does. Come on, let me get a good one in here. There we go. What's next? This is my Frankenforged Kukri blade. Technically not mine. I gave this to my buddy, but I had 3 of these, and this is what I don't like about it. I've had it for 3 years now? 2.5? No, definitely 3 years. Maybe a little bit more than 3 years, honestly. It is number 24 S35 VN steel. Beautiful knife. This thing, Frankenforged is one of the, in my opinion, one of the better Balisong brands. And keep in mind, it's not, it's a kid who, not even a kid I would say, because he's definitely growing up, but somebody that was very young, starting out, who was inspired by, you know, whoever he was seeing around with Balisongs, you know, and he made it happen. This guy has so many amazing different like styles, as well as types of blades that he has. And just like him, he is somebody that has other knives besides Balisongs, because a lot of people get into the Balisong era and the niche market that it honestly is, and they think, oh man, I don't really like this, I don't want to do tricks that I can get cut. You can get a trainer that looks exactly like keep in mind, my Hades, it's sharp now, but when you get certain knives, you have the option to have them sharpened, or what they'll call it is a false edge blade, meaning it looks sharp, but it's not. This, you could still, if you put effort in, you can get stabbed by this. You know, it would take some effort, but at the same time, if you practice with it, and this was like my everyday flipper, but I hated this when I first got it because I didn't want to flip something that I spent, you know, almost $600 on. But I bought this, and this, as well as my one-of-one that I won't even take out anymore. It's inside of a case, and I'm not even going to subject it to see just in case people, you know, don't believe me, blah, 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 but trainers, I mean, if you're somebody who's like 13 and starting off, you're not going to want to, you know, ask your mom if you can get a knife, if that's the way you're going about it. But yeah, I mean, anybody that says that they started off with a sharp knife and started doing flips or, you know, any type of hard trick essentially, they either got balls or, I don't know. But I mean, it's just a safer avenue. That's like the conversation people have about clones. I'm all for clones because some prices are ridiculous. Keep in mind, the most expensive knife that I have is a 1 of 1 by Black Balisong. It's called the Del Muerte. It is a toxic anodized Ribola. Same knife as this, except it has a different kind of blade on it. But otherwise, it is, dude. And I'm surprised that he's coming out with more designs. You know, it's just, I love that company. I have my Talisong, Eldon Tally, made this baddie, and, well, designed it at least, but, yeah, really, really good knife. I love the Tontos, always have. This one is just, it has like an old school Balisong feel to it, you know, with the grips. You started on the neck. Ooh, the Necron's actually one of the good ones, dude. That's ballsy. What's up, Maxilla? Dang, dude, that's awesome. Yeah, the Necron is a... Did you get a clone or did you get an authentic for like $1,500 or whatever? Those things are so expensive, man. I'm doing a giveaway of 3 Necrons, actually. They're gonna be, I'm gonna do like a jade green, a pink, and then a blue. And then I'm going to give away one of my personal knives since I'm gonna start getting back into knives in the future. So, how's everybody doing, by the way? Oh god, I love how that sounds so much. Fuck, dude, this is what sucks about wearing a hoodie. Get caught on everything. There we go. Next one is probably one of my favorites. This is my Tempest Fade Fellowship Blades Gaboon, number 150, Magna Cut steel. Amazing mill patterns on here. This is just a gorgeous, gorgeous knife. Super light, by the way, super, super light. Doing good. I'm actually moving in a couple days, so new film location again. That's the one thing that I dislike about this, though, is I'll go from flipping like a heavier titanium knife like the Hades or my Cygnus, and then I go to this light little bastard. You know, this is a really fun knife. It's just crazy sharp, crazy, crazy sharp. Which isn't a bad thing, but last but not least, this is one of my favorites. This is something else that I plan to get anodized by Bally Jesus himself, the man, the myth, the legend. The Aquatic, in collaboration with YK Studios. I got this off at Shop Soet, or Sister Soet, or ShopSoet.com. They have a lot of stuff that you can buy on consignment, meaning you can put one of your knives up for consignment, meaning you're selling it, but because they're putting it up on their well-known site, they get a percentage of it. So, and I love that. That site is where I got my Hades, actually. So I got my Hades from Damn Right I Got Knives. He's also the owner of Shop Soet, and Tsunami. Nice. Dude, I had so many knives. I had like almost, I think at one point I had like 90 Balisongs, and this was like when I sucked at flipping. The only tricks that I knew how to do was a thumb roll, and that's all I did. If you look at all my early shorts, it's just me doing thumb rolls. And if you're lucky, I'll have gloves on, and that's the only way that I would do my parabolics, is just because the glove was like an extra layer of protection in my head. But it's just like, if you're gonna flip knives, you're gonna get cut, you know. So once I started realizing that and just kind of accepting my fate, you know, it got a lot easier to want to do more tricks, to learn more. So, yeah, that's a good setup though for grails, dude. My grails were always my Frankenforged. I had a toxic anodized tsunami with a Damascus blade. I had matching ones, one for me and my daughter's mom. She had the radiant, or gradient, I think is what they call it. It's like purple to yellow fade. Very cool looking knife. But yeah, no, that's like one thing that I do have is parabolics. I could do 360 parabolics. Ooh, not that time. Pretty good. Ooh. Damn. Yeah, that's what sucks, dude. Because I am good at parabolics, like I want to like teach people, but even how I do it, it's so hard to explain. Like the only reason I think I'm good at it is because I skateboard. I used to finger skateboard, and every time like my ADD would kick in, like if I had a remote control, I would do 360 flips and catch it with my hand. So that's the best way that I can try to describe doing a parabolic. When I do a parabolic, I'm just using these two fingers right here. That's it. And it's all about throwing it up and having it go this way a little bit. So you want it to flip while also... The hard ones, in my opinion, are regular to ice pick, because a lot can go wrong in that hang time. The under, oh god, come on now. Stage shy a little hand. There we go. And once you get comfortable doing certain parabolics, then you could just, you know, kind of maneuver it how you want. That's Balisong is like the most creative thing you can do. It's artistic because the knives itself have so much time and effort put into them. You know, like the customization, the modability of all these things. That's what really, really turned me on to Balisongs, you know. And not only that, it's a tool, it's a protection device, you know, it's a fidget. It's something that most guys have on them anyways, is a knife, you know. And for a while, because I had so many, I wouldn't even flip them. I'd go to work and I would just have a new one in an open holster just to match my clothes. That's like cool too, you know what I'm saying? So like, and some people do that. I got a, technically I guess it's like a Necron tattooed on me. I did that one myself, but yeah, I mean, I'm passionate about Balisongs. That's all the reason I've done so many giveaways, is because I had the ability and the financing at the time to buy these knives, and when not everybody has that scenario. So, Maxilla, how old are you though? Because I mean, again, if you want a Balisong, like I was just looking at the cheese, the Novalis cheese, that's a good looking trainer, dude. Like, the price a little bit much, but now that I know they have a Tiffany blue, yes, I did do my Derringer tattoo as well. That's also on one of my other videos. Did it over my crappy, I also did my Adventure Time, my baby Finn. Love it. Well, that's what I'm saying, 11. So, I mean, if you're going to have any type of knife, like, my daughter has one, dude. My daughter's had a few. So, the one that I let Nova play with is one that I can barely flip. Oh my god, I'm surprised that went so well. Here's the real question, though. Nope, it's too fucking light. There also used to be a weight right here that she took out. Yeah, doing a Z-choker with this is just like flicking a cigarette and hoping for the best. Hey man, no problem. Make sure you subscribe. Stop over whenever you want. I got my next giveaway coming at 1,500 subscribers. Like I said, I'm doing 3 clone Necrons from one Balisong.com. and then I'm gonna have one of my personal knives. So, you know, gotta be subscribed. If you guys ever want to become moderators once you're subscribed, let me know. But I appreciate it, man. Yeah, once you guys like are subscribed, dude, that's how you become part of the family. You know, it's just one of those things where like I want to make sure that this platform, our platform here at Maztec Knives and Maztec Valley Custom, that people are safe. It's a safe place. You know, like-minded individuals can come together, talk about knives, life, whatever it is. Few rules, just be respectful. You know, my demographic is from young kids all the way to older people, but I have a predominantly younger audience. So, see the balisongs that you were giving away. Do not have them yet. Unfortunately, when you order knives from One Balisong, the website itself, and actually, if you want in your free time, go on the website. They have so many different balisongs. A lot of them they're all clones. And the nice thing about that is you'd be able to afford a knife like this, which normally retails for $500. You could get it for like $100, so significantly cheaper. But yeah, there's a lot of really cool balisongs on there. A lot of customization skills. And just because they're clones doesn't mean they're gonna suck. But the Necron very much looks like my tattoo, not size-wise, obviously, but it's a Bowie style blade. It's a Benchmade. So Benchmade just recently came out with the Necron, and it's amazing.